Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making bacon wrapped pork loin, creamy panini pasta, and corn fritters. So if you're interested, keep watching. Okay, right now I got my baking dish. I have the pork loin. I need to take it out of here and clean it and pat it dry. And then I also have bacon. This is the bacon I picked, hickory smoked. And yeah, so let me prepare the meat and I'll be right back. So I have my pork loin. I'm gonna guess it's a little bit over 2 pounds. And then it says to take your bacon and cut it in half because, oh wait, I don't do the bacon yet. Okay, so now I need to, you preheat your oven to 425. And then in a bowl, you mix the ingredients together for your pork rub. So I have my bowl and we're gonna do the seasonings. Okay. So we need 1.5 tablespoons of brown sugar. Okay, and then we need 1 teaspoon of dried rosemary. And 1 teaspoon of salt. I like to use pink salt. I don't know, I read somewhere that it's supposedly healthier or something. 1 teaspoon of black pepper. 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Now I'm going to take my whisk and mix this all together. This will be the rub to rub all over the pork loin. Okay, so now I've rubbed the mix all over the meat. Looks delicious. And now it's time to cut the bacon in half, and you want to wrap it all the way across but not underneath. And that's why they say to cut it in half. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so now this is what it's looking like. And I would say buy the thick cut bacon because this was the thin cut and I had to do a couple layers because I didn't want to waste the bacon. Also, one mistake I made, I forgot to put in the minced garlic, but it should still be good anyway. Now I'm going to put it in the oven for like 25 to 30 minutes until the internal temperature is at 145. So I'm going to pop it in the oven. Okay, now that I've put that in the oven, I'm going to start my creamy panini pasta. So I'm going to start by boiling my water. I like to put a little bit of salt in the pan to make the noodles boil faster. And a little bit of oil. It's just the way I like to do it. So we'll start with getting the water boiling. Okay, so I will be using panini noodles. I like to organize everything in containers like these. And this is my leftover noodles that didn't fit. So that's why we're doing this first tonight. And yes, it's not boiling yet, but I don't care. Sue me. So I'm going to put them in now and I'll just keep an eye on them and stir them until they're ready. Okay, so while the pasta is cooking, I'm going to start the sauce. So first thing, you want to take 3 tablespoons of butter and put that in your pan over medium heat. And then you're going to add garlic, 3 cloves of minced garlic to the pan. I'm doing the minced garlic that's already pre-made. And I just do 3 scoops of it. Because I don't know, I love garlic and in my brain that's 3 cloves. I think I was supposed to let the butter melt first, but that's okay. I'm just going to saute it around a little bit, and then we'll move to the next step. Okay, now that I've got my garlic and butter going, now we add in 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. and you just mix it around for about 1 minute. So I'm gonna do that. So now I got my whisk again, and it says to add in 3/4 cup of milk and 3/4 cup of chicken broth. And I actually just mixed them together because it doesn't matter. So I'm gonna pour that in now and whisk it. You wanna keep whisking it so that the garlic will break up and give it a nice textured liquid here. And then you add in about 1/2 cup of Parmesan. I had to turn down the heat on my pasta. It was about to boil over. All right, so then we're gonna do about 1/2 cup, and I like to use this kind of Parmesan. And we'll just put that in there. And yes, you know me, I like to eyeball it. And I love cheese, so. Okay, now we whisk it together and add in some seasonings. Okay, it calls for 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. I'm just gonna add a little bit. And then we wanna add parsley, 2 tablespoons of parsley. And then we wanna add some salt and pepper, and then mix it in. So I'm gonna do some pepper, not too much, because we'll taste it at the end and then we'll see if we need more. And some salt. A little extra salt never hurts, right? Now that it's all mixed in, it looks really yummy. And my pasta's done. So now you just drain the pasta and put it into your sauce. Now I'm gonna add in my drained pasta. Okay, so it's looking really delicious. And I'm gonna add in some more Parmesan on top. Just because, I think it'll make it better. And if I had like fresh parsley or something, I'd put that for like a garnish. But it's literally looking so good. I'm very happy. Okay, now we're going to make some corn fritters. And I'm really excited about it. So right now I have my oil preheating. And I think it's supposed to be on medium. That's just where I'm going to put it for a second. It says combine and whisk your dry ingredients. So we need 1 cup of flour. Making a mess. Okay, we got 1 cup of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, need 1/2 teaspoon of salt, we need 1 teaspoon of sugar, then we want 2 eggs, then we need 1/2 cup of whole milk. I think it said whisk the dry stuff together first and I forgot. So here we are. What I'm gonna do is work on whisking this together before I add in the other ingredients. Okay, so far it's looking really good. So I think we're okay. Now I'm gonna take you with me because I wanna go to my garden to get some green onion. Okay, so the recipe calls for 2 tablespoons. So I'm just gonna cut a few of these. This is probably enough, but I'm gonna get 1 more small one. And then I have to finely chop them. Okay, so it says to finely chop them, but that's how it's looking. I'm gonna have to perfect my chopping skills because I'm not that good at it. I'm gonna mix that in and then we start to add our corn. Okay, so this is corn from my other mom's garden and it's freshly canned. So we're gonna do 1.5 cups of corn added to our mix. Okay, so we got the 1.5 cups. I'm gonna mix it in. Okay, so now you want to try not to overcrowd your pan. I did test if it was hot enough. You just do a little flour and you hear it sizzle and turn brown. So it's hot enough. And now it suggests using like a spoon or an ice cream scoop. So I'm going to try my ice cream scoop. And fingers crossed, right? And it says don't overcrowd them. So one at a time, I'm going to put like 3 or 4 in here. Okay, so now I'm doing 4 at a time. And it says to do about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. If you don't already have one of these, invest in one of these. They're great for frying. I honestly think I found this one at Dollar Tree. I don't know if they still have them, but they're freaking amazing. So I'm going to wait for the bottom to get lightly brown, and then I'm going to flip them. And I have my prepared plate with the paper towel, which helps to get rid of grease. So I'll keep you posted. Other guys be wondering what I put the juice for. Oops. Holy shit. I'm getting oil everywhere. So this is how it's going. I think I made them too big. So my next little batter, I will do them a little bit smaller. Okay, and then when they get golden browned, you want to remove them and put them on the plate. And I think these 2 are about ready. So this is the golden brown color. This is how they're looking. These are pretty big. So the recipe said 1 scoop and I did 2, but now I'm doing the second batch a little bit smaller. Okay, so what I found is that the smaller ones are actually easier to flip and they cook quicker. So just a tip. These are looking almost done, and then I think I got like 1 more round of them. Okay, so the corn fritters are all done, and it made about 15. So if I didn't double do them, it would have been, I don't know, around 17 or 20 from how much I used. But now it's time for taste tests. Okay, so my plate is looking delicious. Look at that. It looks so fire. So first I'm gonna try the bacon wrapped pork chops. The little bit of brown sugar. Oh my God, it's phenomenal. I'm gonna rate the pork and the bacon 10 out of 10. Perfectly done. Okay, and now for the panini creamy, no, I said it wrong. Creamy panini pasta. Oh my God. The sauce is perfect. The seasoning's perfect. I would again give this a 10 out of 10. The Parmesan is on point. Parmesan was the way to go. And now we have our corn fritter, which I've never made any of these before, but so far so good. So let's hope this is also really good. Nice. It's almost like a cornbread. Good flavor. I would also give this a 10 out of 10. This dinner is fire. Oh my goodness. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for watching my cooking video. And definitely try this dinner because, oh my goodness. And it only took me about an hour. And it's phenomenal. And I'm going to share it with the neighbors because I made way too much. But join me again next time. Like and subscribe and share with your friends. Thanks, everybody.
It's bomb.
It's so good. It's 10 out of 10. Hands down. Mommy slayed this meal.
Golden buzzer. Gordon Ramsay would approve.
Gordon Ramsay would approve. This was a 10 out of 10 meal. What? The corn fritter? It's delicious. Take a bite. I'm going to bring the neighbors some.
It smells like that meat from the freaking waffle burger.
So good. The food is so good. I can't get over it.
5-star restaurant.
I lost my mind. Chasing, feeling.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Hurt sometimes.
No.
But it don't feel right.
No.
Don't feel like I thought it would.